Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us if you're joining us live. My name is Jeff Jones and I'm a licensed professional counselor with Edmond Counseling and Professional Development. Today we're here live bringing our week 2 of our Mindfulness Live series, which is a new web series designed to deepen our understanding of what it means to live mindfully. If you're new, if this is your first session, first week joining us, be sure to check out mindfulnesswithjeff.com, where you can receive notifications on upcoming trainings and seminars on mindfulness living and mindfulness-based practices. Today, we're going to further the definition of what mindfulness is, and both as a daily activity and a practice. And we'll also talk about one of the guiding principles that it's important in cultivating a mindfulness-based practice. We'll conclude today's session with body scan meditation, which is a very common meditation designed to anchor our attention in our bodies and bring us into a more mindful state. So, what is mindfulness? Again, as we continue to define what mindfulness is, we can think of it as the practice of cultivating a focused awareness to deepen our attention and enrich our experience in the present moment. But what does that really mean? Mindfulness as a practice is about anchoring ourselves either in an intention or something physically tangible or present in the moment, like our breath or our body, which we will attend to both today. The constant shifting back and forth is actually the practice of mindfulness, and some of us can relate as you may be experiencing mindfulness for the first time or meditation for the first time, a constant or rigorous shifting back and forth from distraction to the present mind, being lost in thought to acknowledging the present. Know that this is, while a rigorous part of the mindfulness experience, it is also an important aspect in building our attention and deepening the value of and quality of our attention. So mindfulness is oftentimes, again, thought of as synonymous with meditation. While meditation is the most common form of mindfulness or way of experiencing mindfulness, it's not the only source of mindfulness. Mindfulness can be found in our typical daily activities and is a way of just building meaning and building cues around our day that enhance our awareness, snap us out of that mindlessness, those mindless activities that we might engage in, or doing things mechanically, as to say, doing things without life. So, over the next several weeks, we'll talk about those practices and strategies. And once you sign up on the website, we'll be adding articles and different material resources for you to continue your study of mindfulness, which includes strategies for implementing mindfulness in your day-to-day. One principle that's important in terms of mindfulness practice is the beginner's mind. When we're new to something, or when something is fresh or new, we tend to attend to it with an openness, sort of an eagerness to experience, a different kind of patience that holds our full attention. We might think of a good example like driving, which all of us should be mindful when we do that. But mindfulness can be applied in several different ways. And today we will utilize the body scan meditation as a way of anchoring our attention and focusing our mind that will bring awareness to our body, which is, again, here in the present moment. And we'll actually move from attending to our breath to attending to our feet to attending to our abdomen, and then we'll return to our feet before we close out the meditation practice. Okay? So, before we get started, it's always important for you to make yourself as comfortable as possible. We want to be comfortable, and posture is something that is defined in meditation as key to being in a mindful state. So while it's important to be comfortable, we want to be comfortable but also present. So sitting or laying down, but remaining attentive is important. So as we begin, take a moment to make yourself as comfortable as you can, and as we get started, bring your awareness to your breath. As we enter our body scan meditation, and you've made yourself comfortable in an attentive position, begin by bringing your attention to your breath. Simply check in with how you're breathing. Sometimes it's helpful to simply ask, what does it feel like to breathe in this present moment? Begin to listen to your breath as if it had an important message to tell us about how we're doing on the inside. Remember that shifting. You may be volleying from distraction back to your breath as we transition into our meditation practice. Know that this is an important and natural experience of mindfulness. As you continue to attend to your breath, feeling the sensations of both the in-breath and the out-breath, while sitting comfortably and alert, with your next breath, shift your attention to your feet. Ask yourself, what does it feel like to have your feet on the floor in this present moment? You may be asking yourself, what does it feel like in your shoes, in your socks? Or you may be asking yourself, what does it feel like to have your bare feet on the floor? Whatever the question, bring your full spotlight of attention to your feet. Any distractions, any drifting away from your feet, simply acknowledge it and bring your attention back to your feet, continuing to ask yourself, what does it feel like to have my feet on the floor in this present moment? Now with your breath, exhale and let go of your feet, shifting your attention to your abdomen. We would consider this the birthplace of mindfulness of breathing. As you continue to experience the full sensation of breathing from your abdomen, continue to shift your mind as it drifts back into the fullness of the experience of breathing in your abdomen. You may be experiencing the expansion and contraction of every breath, the rising and falling of both your in-breath and your out-breath. Whatever you notice, with your breath, bring the fullness of your attention to your abdomen. And with your next breath, let go of your abdomen and shift your attention back to your feet. And as you do this, check in on your results of your mindfulness practice today. Continuing to ask yourself, what does it feel like to be mindful of my feet? With your next breath, begin to wiggle your toes. Gently move your feet as a way of bringing your attention back into the room or the space that you're practicing in. And with this movement, gently bring your attention fully back into the present moment by shifting your attention back to your breath and opening your eyes as we conclude our session. Again, after every mindfulness practice, it's important to ask yourself, what am I feeling now in the present moment as I have arrived? to check in on the results of your practice. Sometimes, many of us may experience a constant shifting, which leaves us feeling sometimes frustrated. Know that this is normal. Some of you may be feeling very restful, or very focused, or relaxed. These are all normal experiences with the mindfulness practice. I encourage you to continue to practice these techniques throughout your week as a way of building and cultivating that awareness and rich attention to the moment that we're experiencing. Remember, meditation is only one vehicle for achieving mindfulness, and over the next several weeks in our lessons together, we will learn and experience what does it mean to apply mindfulness to typical daily activities. Again, if you're new and haven't signed up on mindfulnesswithjeff.com, please do so, and check out edmondcounseling.com for information on our services. We thank you for joining us today. Be well and be mindful.